but how encouraging was Ömer's 2-game stint in Sioux Falls, and how significant is it, I guess, that he's available tonight, just 4 months after getting surgery?
Yeah, that was an important step. He's been doing a lot behind the scenes for the last 3 weeks, month, and so I know he wanted to check this box. We wanted to check the box, and the encouraging thing, he was able to do that 5-on-5, pretty intense practice. Then 2 games back-to-back, and then he was able to go through the shoot-around and then did a bunch of player development after the shoot-around today, and physically he's fine. That's a really good sign.
How much has changed to get back to the non-Kevin Love game, or because you're so familiar with that, is it easy to go from sort of A to B now with Kevin missing some time?
I mean, we were able to get pretty organized this morning. That helps. We've had a bunch of those situations where we weren't able to get organized, but none of that guarantees anything. But at least everybody's comfortable with what the rotation will be with tonight, and we've had a lot of these kind of situations this season.
Back in the starting lineup?
You'll find out.
Very exciting.
Suppose, speaking of Caleb, he's obviously started a bunch of games. Now coming off the bench the last couple of games, he's really thrived offensively. What does it say about him, just his ability to step into a new role and thrive the way he has?
Everybody in the locker room really appreciates Caleb and what he brings to this team. All the intangibles, the effort, the speed, the quickness, doing the little things that most of the guys don't want to do, take on all the different matchups. Right now, in this role, he's just been super ignitable, for that unit. Even though we haven't been able to translate that into a bunch of wins, we just all, really respect and like what he's doing right now. And that also speaks to his emotional and mental stability, to be able to go back and forth in different roles and find a way to contribute regardless, because he was effective as well as a starter. And as we know in this league, it's not easy, to buy into a role, particularly when it's that kind of role. Everybody wants the other kind of role, where you're shooting 20 times a game.
What's the goal with Nikola for these remaining few weeks of the season, even if it's in the G League? What would you like to see him get out of this remaining time?
Yeah, very similar to what Ömer was able to do for 2 games. Nico hopefully will have, a few more games than that. But he just needs to play. That's the most important thing. Physically, he feels much better. He's done all the drill work. He's done all the player development. He needs 5-on-5. As many practices, there's not a ton of games left, but all of that will be important, to set up his offseason.
Maybe it's too soon to ask this, but given that you had Kevin and now you're going to play a game without Kevin, what are you kind of reflecting back on what he's been able to give you these first few games? What has he added, and what do you think you'll even miss this one night?
Well, the 3-point shooting, spacing, the passing, and the rebounding ability with his size. He checks all of those different boxes, and that's really important for that starting unit. Again, these are small sample sizes, so you can say, well, you haven't won a ton of games, but optically and emotionally you can just see how the guys feel, that he complements that group very well. And fortunately, with this won't be a long-term thing, but we don't have a ton of games, so I know he really wanted to try to play tonight, but he'll have another couple days and we'll reevaluate him. Okay, thank you.